Take a moment to step out of your shoes and imagine you're the parents of a young, happy man full of life. Imagine your son is happy, vibrant, and independent. Imagine the hopes that you have for him and his future, his success. Now imagine you can't protect him because he's targeted, he's been hurt. He can't move and neither can you. Now imagine you're your son, scared, alone, and in pain. Asking why me? Asking what did I do? Asking what if it happens again? Imagine you're his friends, calling the police, waiting in terror for the police to come to help your unmoving, bleeding friend. This is what hate crimes do. When one person is targeted, the whole community is targeted. This is what happened to Tarek Elsayed, 18-year-old Egyptian American, attacked with a baseball bat by a man shouting bigoted slurs.
The attack happened not far from this police precinct station house and just down the street from the victim's home. He's sharing his story tonight because he wants the NYPD to investigate this as a hate crime and because he wants justice.
I got a call from my mom, said go pick up your little cousin.
A short drive turned into a long ordeal for 18-year-old Tarek Elsayed. Last Thursday evening, as he left his townhouse complex, he was approached by an angry neighbor who walked up to the back of his car. A neighbor, he says, had yelled slurs at him before, a month and a half ago.
Get the F out the way, you effing Arab. You're annoying, you don't know how to drive.
This time, Tarek saw him in his rearview mirror and heard the suspect yell slurs again.
He puts his head through the window. He was like, you're alone now, right? You effing Arab, get out the effing car. You sin, blah, blah, blah. You know, the sin N-word.
Then he noticed one of his tires was flat. As he stepped out of his car, he was hit with a bat.
And I'm getting out to turn around like this, and then to the head. And if I didn't block it on my end, I probably would have been dead.
Finally, this man was arrested. Tarek was taken to the hospital in an ambulance where he suffered head injuries and a broken arm. As soon as CAIR-NY learned of the attack, we began advocating on the behalf of Tarek and his family. We used media contacts to generate public pressure for hate crime charges and spoke with the district attorney continuously on the behalf of Tarek and his family. CAIR-NY is also attending court appearances and exploring the possibility of seeking federal hate crime charges, as well as civil action for greater accountability.
Council on American Islamic Relations is calling for the NYPD to investigate this as a hate crime.
The New York chapter of the Council on American Islamic Relations says, quote, no one should be attacked or live in fear because of their race or ethnicity. The assailant made his motives very clear, and the NYPD needs to open a hate crime investigation.
Tarek was attacked for being Muslim, and this is an assault on all Muslims.
I mean, I want justice. Don't get me wrong. I want justice. I don't want anybody to have to face what I went through.
Unfortunately, this is not the first hate crime of its kind. CAIR-NY has advocated for numerous hate crimes victims who have been targeted because of their Muslim faith and where they come from. Both Muslim men and women, young and old, have been physically beaten and or verbally assaulted, from broken bones to having urine thrown at them to being cursed at for being Muslim.
They were throwing stuff at me. They were calling me like Bin Laden and everything.
People reach out to CAIR-NY knowing that we will be there in their time of need. That is the duty that we owe one another as Muslims, to lift the burden off of our brothers and sisters who are facing traumatic experiences. Together, we will hold those attackers accountable for creating fear, and we will go past the trauma they try to inflict on our communities. But we need you to be there for us so that we can be there for you. You can support CAIR-NY by donating today.